Hello everyone, we're going to be streaming the Bughouse World Championship in the under 2000, in the Challenger category. And here we have PeriltheDragon and CannotGiveYouATempo versus PresidentLoek and idontlikelevyrozman. I'm in the house party channel if anyone wants to join me for co-commentary. PeriltheDragon outrates PresidentLoek by about 600 points. So we expect the Dragon team to win this, but we'll see. We've had some surprises in the past. CannotGiveYouATempo is dominating the dark squares here. Now a rook would be quite good for him. He doesn't even need to wait for the rook. He can knight check to win a rook. Now another knight at c5 would be good, or you could just take the rook for now though. His partner, the king, is... I was going to say totally... I guess he's still totally safe because this knight covers. Ooh, I don't like that. Well, maybe it's fine. Never mind, this knight covers. Yeah, it is a bit of pressure. But PeriltheDragon is up time. So he can wait for something to plug in at g7. He could even just sack the queen. He might decide to attack on h3 and not worry about losing this queen, since g7 is so safe. On the CannotGiveYouATempo board, somehow the queen was sacked instead of taking the rook. Not quite sure how that happened, but fair enough. Okay, PeriltheDragon forcing a queen trade. Seems quite good for his partner. Queen at a6 followed by pawn at b5 would be mate. He's not waiting for it. This works too. You can pawn check. Push a pawn, even better. Save a pawn for later. Now you could actually sack the knight. Knight takes pawn at... I don't like this move, because now he requires a little bit more material to mate, although the queen is enough. But he could have mated with just pawns and not needed the queen if he'd been a little bit more accurate. It looks like PeriltheDragon accidentally went back into the random pool, but now they're playing their opponents again. Our score is currently 1-0, favoring PeriltheDragon and CannotGiveYouATempo. I'm sorry, I'm going to try to pull up the chat. I don't have it up right now. Oh, I see Great Keith there. Hey, Great Keith. Tournament's going good so far. Hey, Kato's Nate Uno. How are you doing? So, PeriltheDragon has castled. PresidentLoek is trying to attack the castled king. g7 is weak. I don't like bishop takes rook. Bishops are worth the same as rooks in Bughouse, and that helps PeriltheDragon get safer. So all PeriltheDragon needs to do is play h6. I guess still pawn at g5 is a threat. This is not a threat though. PeriltheDragon is now safe for the rest of the game. CannotGiveYouATempo could just save his knight. Bring it back to e4 or something like that. He may end up sacking instead, but I think he should just save it. If he brings it back to f3, then g4 is a little bit weak, because the queen is no longer defending it. But I think e4 is the better square. PeriltheDragon, very safe. Okay, so he did sack the knight, and then sacked a bishop, and won a queen for a bishop. Partner's going to use this queen to great effect. Queen at a1 is good. Queen at a1, and then a knight or a mate, and a pawn is good. Don't like this move. Not nearly as forced in. Better to put the queen in first. Could do this move after you put the queen in, but you want to prevent the king from getting to b1. So now he's going to need another knight to attack here. Oh, he gets a knight though. and that's going to be mate with queen at a2. Playing a baseball game on stream. Oh, nice. Honored to be one of your characters. Great, Keith. So queen at a2 is mate. CannotGiveYouATempo is actually already up time, so he doesn't need to move. He can if he wants. Getting a little bit dangerous. Might knight check first. Okay, this makes sense as well. But yeah, all CannotGiveYouATempo needs to do is wait, because he is up time with the diagonal clock. So if both he and PresidentLoek don't move, PresidentLoek will run out of time first. PresidentLoek has to move. PresidentLoek has two possible moves. Either of those moves the queen mates. Our score is now 2-0. In the challenger section, they play with a 3-minute time control. And I believe it is the first to 9 games. I'm sorry, no, it's less than that. It's the first to 8 games. It's the best of 14. I don't LevyRozman is on the LevyRozman is on the attack. King takes is probably better here. If queen takes, then you have a fork with a new knight in. Okay, he's just not going to take it at all. I guess that's another option. The problem with that option is if he had a bishop, could have picked off the scary knight. But I guess he didn't have a bishop. I would have liked pawn at e6, or I don't like LevyRozman, because then if the queen took, it could have been the knight check. But now he's lost his main attacking piece, the knight, to this fork. So CannotGiveYouATempo is fully in control on his board. PeriltheDragon, perfectly safe on his board. This bishop is actually his friend. That is where PresidentLoek would like to put pieces, but he can't because he has a bishop on there. So PeriltheDragon is going to start attacking. If king goes over, if bishop in. Okay, he's going to try to attack these dark squares. Maybe win a queen in the process. Double. This also has the use of attacking the g3 square. So if you ever cut off the queen, if the queen moves away or is captured. Okay, I don't like that pawn move. I would have bishop checked instead. It just cut off the diagonal. This is the problem. Now PresidentLoek all of a sudden has an attack. He can take the rook. I would have taken the rook first. Yeah, now we're going to get bishop in. And still take the rook. Pawn check, sack the queen probably. Pawn check you might even take with king. Ooh, I like this move. I like this bishop move a lot. Now a rook mates. He was down time, I guess. He couldn't get the rook. Probably we're going to see bishop takes. Okay, now he's going to pick up the queen first. Ooh, I don't like that. Move order was really wrong. Once he... Oh, well, never mind. I guess the bishop guarded this, so this move order was fine. Okay, new bishop in. CannotGiveYouATempo still on the attack over here. And CannotGiveYouATempo is perfectly safe. He's going to tempo this queen. If the queen moves away, you have pawn check. PeriltheDragon on the attack. Queen mates. As queen check, king down, knight takes pawn. And there is also mate. Oh yeah, the queen defends. So mate on both boards. So trying to put pressure on the h2 square. Knight takes, but really he would like these two to be reversed so the queen can get here. So queen mates, but a queen isn't coming. PresidentLoek, that was kind of a bad time to wait. I just had to keep moving. There wasn't really much to his attack. This check doesn't really do anything useful. PresidentLoek really needs to develop his pieces. The problem is rook over, you can take this pawn. So this is a real problem. You might have to retreat the bishop. Your PresidentLoek got a ton of, yep, there it is. PresidentLoek gets a ton of material. There might be something here, although knight guards this square. I like this castle in general. We might see queen in the back to force a queen trade. Okay, he's cutting off from the scary pawn. I like that too. Bishop takes. PeriltheDragon, safe forever. Probably want to guard this. Maybe new pawn at g6. Ooh, he's forcing a rook trade. Rook mates. They're up 20 seconds. So that's a win for the PeriltheDragon CannotGiveYouATempo team. Yeah, you have to win by 2 games. So you can't win 8-7. They would just keep playing. So they'd have to win 9-7 or 10-8 or something like that. It looks like this match might end up being a blowout though. I guess I should be advertising in the Discord, which I haven't been doing. Oh, luckily, and Michael advertised for me. Okay, I had to quickly make sure my layout wasn't screwed up there. It looks like idontlikelevyrozman likes attacking on the light squares, getting his rook active, but that requires an infinite supply of pawns to make it work. And without this infinite supply, it's fairly easy for CannotGiveYouATempo to defend. So can't take this. It's a poisoned bishop, but he'll be able to take it soon enough. I like this castle, and now there's not even a bishop bearing down. So CannotGiveYouATempo perfectly safe, and he can start attacking. The sack may even be warranted if idontlikelevyrozman defends, because the king's bishop has not been moved. So if this sack happened, oh, what happened there? Kind of weird, but I would activate the knight. Looks like we're winning a rook over here, maybe even a queen. Let's just do this first. We can take the rook later. This king is perfectly safe. This square's defended. This square's defended. You could take this pawn, take the rook. You could throw in a diagonal check. You could throw something on e5. Okay, this is reasonable. If he takes, there's bishop check, followed by queen in, which is mate. If he doesn't take, you just put a queen where the king is. So this should be mate for PeriltheDragon. And they've resigned it. My score is now 4-0. This is first to 8 with a win by 2 condition. So we're probably halfway through the match. So if PresidentLoek got a pawn, then he would win a piece. But if you play the opening quickly, then that's not going to happen. By the time a pawn comes, that opportunity will have passed. So PeriltheDragon is going for the weak f2 square. There's a pin here. I really like this knight move. It's good. Attacks the queen, defends more. And it's also defended. So it's a good square for the knight. Also attacking the bishop. So we can now take this bishop. That's a free piece for CannotGiveYouATempo. PeriltheDragon would like a queen, but even pawn and rook are very good. He's taking that opportunity to take away a scary piece. The reason is now if he pawn checks and king goes over, you can throw in a knight check, win the rook. But it looks like he's winning the queen, so queen check and bishop down is going to be mate. And they've resigned it. I think our score is now 5-0. Oh, I'm sorry, our score is 6-0. So this is the 7th game. So far, a total blowout. But that's to be expected when a 1400 is playing a 2000. And their partners are about equal strength. idontlikelevyrozman is attacking, but really he needs a queen. This attack to go anywhere. The queen is never going to come. Now he would like some diagonals. I would just leave that there. Maybe castle. Or you might wait for a pawn at f3. Okay, he's trying to threaten queen f2. Sneaky move. But now he's hung a dude. Okay, now it is CannotGiveYouATempo's chance to attack. Pawn is great. A few diagonals probably mate. Yeah, he's throwing in the knight check first, since that's the first piece he got. Utilizing his bishop. Okay. Now maybe knight takes pawn. This defends f2, also vacates the square for future attacks, and your queen doesn't hang. Multi-purpose move. This bishop is not a big deal, as you can always bishop check, win the queen. So knight takes pawn seems like the move. Queen takes, not so good. Okay, what's happening on the other board? I would have liked PeriltheDragon to develop an undeveloped piece, develop his rook, attacking the queen. He seems to be in feed mode for his partner. Knight to e4. No, never mind. For some reason I thought there was a pin, but there's not. I like this pawn move. I think that wins the queen, which is going to mate for his partner. If he goes anywhere else, queen check is going to be pretty fatal. Probably this is the only thing that lives. Queen check, take the bishop. Then a knight will mate. There's 3 knights already on the board. You gotta find the 4th one. His partner mates before. This is match point. Our score is 7-0, favoring PeriltheDragon and CannotGiveYouATempo. Oh, PeriltheDragon hung a bishop and a pawn. This is what happens when you pre-move. But don't pre-move. I guess maybe he's waiting for a knight to win the queen. But I don't see a knight coming in the immediate future. So PresidentLoek doesn't seem to be defending it. Maybe he doesn't realize. Okay, that kind of defends it. Knight still wins a rook, though. Still worth doing. He's more concerned about his king safety. And oh, that's mate. So not a blowout. I don't like Levy-Rozman and PresidentLoek are on the board. Score is now 7-1. We are again at match point. Can I give you tempo on the attack on these light squares? The dragon's queen is getting tempoed. Could put a pawn on e5. Okay, bishop on e5. Reasonable. This knight is his friend. He's not going to take it. He's going to focus on the attack. Pick up some pieces while he attacks. Pawn here, probably a little better. But the bishop is fine. Maybe we see a knight check over here, pick up the rook. Ends up just being a trade, but still a good trade. Now pawn at b2. Probably win some stuff. Okay, he's trying to tempo the bishop instead. Can I give you tempo? Has to watch out for a draw. Draw is very possible here. If he replaces e6 too many times, even though he's winning pieces, that would be a draw. Okay, no draw anymore because of the castle. So there was a mate here, actually. If he knight checked first, we should have knight checked first just to sack the knight. And then after he took this, there would have been like a vacant square. Maybe it's not immediate mate, but knight check just seemed intuitively better for me, to me. So bishop would pick up this knight. Oh, what? Now a pawn wins for PresidentLoek. But they are up time, so CannotGiveYouATempo wasn't going to give a pawn. Okay, this is a forced mate sequence. Ooh, I don't like rook here. I would have put contact check rook on h7. I think that would have won. This probably still wins. You could sack the rook. Queen takes. Queen takes. Yeah, pawn check. Queen in. Mate. And PeriltheDragon is up 30 seconds. So he's just going to sit. So in this position, PresidentLoek, 2 knights would mate for him if it was his move. He doesn't have 2 knights. The previous move, if he had sacked the rook, king takes, new rook in, would have mated for him, but he didn't have a rook. So there's just no mating sequence here for PresidentLoek. And PeriltheDragon is up so much time, he is just going to stall. On check. Okay, using the queen. That's good. New queen in. Going to be mate, or you could also put the queen at g8. So the threat here is knight takes f7. That still doesn't lead to mate because there's an escape square. Not sure why they're sitting this down. Why are they playing on? I don't know, big flat. It doesn't make much sense to me. Okay, final score 8-1. Favoring cannot give you a tempo and Pearl the Dragon. So it was impressive of PresidentLoek and idontlikelevyrozman for even taking a game off this team. The rating differential was so huge. So good job to both teams there. Check in the calendar. It looks like we have another match at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Central Time. I'm sorry, I'm in Central Time. So in about 34 minutes, that match will be Bughouse Knight and Chess Brainiac versus Ego Smasher and Galileo 22 at 9 p.m. Central Time tonight, which is 10 p.m. Eastern. We have Blitzbullet and 12 Teen versus Little Plotkin and Sakura Kuzi. So I'll try to cover both those matches. If there's other matches, I'm not aware of them. Some people have been playing matches and not putting them on the schedule. So I only know about matches that are on the schedule. I'll link you all to the schedule. BWC schedule. And for the results, probably hasn't been updated for this match that just happened, but most of the results are there in the spreadsheet for the challenger section. Thank you everyone for joining me. We need to find someone to raid. So let's see who's streaming in the chess category. Very good to see you, by the way, Big Splat. This is first time chatter. I know you're competing in the Bughouse World Championship yourself. Hope it's going well. Alright, we're looking for someone to raid. I see someone playing 4-player chess. So that's a possibility. And I think that's who we're going to go with. So it's Orion64 is playing some 4-player chess. April, yes, you came in right as I'm rated. But it's good to see you anyway. I'll be streaming again in about half an hour. But for now, we're going to send a raid to Orion64, who's playing some 4-player chess. Thanks everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully see you all in half an hour for more Bughouse World Championship coverage, this time in the open section. Have a good afternoon, everyone. Bye, guys.